up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you probably just noticed now, because I don't know if I'm gonna put it now or later, did a big change to the Type R. Went ahead and got some air suspension installed. Did it myself. Was a pain in the ass because I've never done it before, but it was well worth it in the end. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Basically gonna run through on how I ran all the lines and wiring and everything throughout the car. Obviously it's already done, so I can't show you me doing it, which honestly was, I didn't want to film me trying to do it because I've never done it before, and there was a lot to it. Actually took me a long time to get it all done, between all the planning to where I want to run the lines through to actually doing it. Finding out certain ways wasn't possible, so I had to think of another way to do it. And yeah, a lot of back and forth. To be honest, I probably spent like a week or two of a couple out, you know, an hour here, an hour there, a day, because I obviously work full-time and whatnot. But about a week and a half of planning and running lines through the car. Did that first. You obviously want to do that first because that's not as important. You can put that in, run it through the car at any time, and still drive it around, because I still need it to be mobile. Because at the moment I'm dailying this car because my other daily kind of took a dump, so been dailying this one, so I needed it to run at all times. So I went ahead and ran all the lines through, got it all buttoned up, put the tank in, got it all ready, and then I did the suspension work. So I did the suspension work all in one day, plugged it all in, pray to God that it worked. Thankfully it did, so I was able to be up and running in that day. As you can see here, right now she's lowered, looking real good in my opinion. Back there, I don't know how good you can see it from here, but this is probably about as low as I'm gonna be when I am parked. It's already basically tired of fender there. I got, like, you could probably go down like that much more, but you know, me being me and this being the first time, I don't want to be coming down and hitting the fender every day, every time I go down, you know, to air out. Especially this being a carbon fiber fender, I don't want to risk that getting messed up, breaking in any way. Because if this would have been the aluminum OEM one, it would probably just bend out a little bit, bend back in. This one probably would too, but I'm sure this is stiffer than that aluminum one, so this doesn't bend as easily, and if it does bend, it could crack, so I want to avoid that, obviously. But here's the back. The back can go pretty darn low. I still have my if you've been following me, I still have the wheel spacers on. They're right in there, so they are still on, both front and back. 15mm wheel spacers are on, so that helps with the look a lot in the front, and then the back as well. The back still has plenty of space. This can actually drop a lot more. When I first installed it, I had the fender like literally down here to the wheel, but I wanted to keep it an even look with the front. Since the front's not doing that, I didn't want the back to do that, so I left it there at that height. And then back here in the trunk, I think I did a pretty good job doing a nice clean OEM setup. Got my tank there. It's a 5-gallon, if I'm not mistaken, 5-gallon tank from Airlift Performance. All the management and everything is Airlift Performance, by the way. I'll show you guys here in a second when I lift this up. And then the actual bags themselves are Fly Air bags, which luckily enough for me, Fly Air is local to me, to my area. It was only about a 20-30 minute drive, so I was able to go ahead, drive over there, pick up the bags and everything. So I don't know if you can see it. Let me go down here and see. Yep, there it is. There's the rear bag. Airline ran through. You can kind of see it there. So it looks like from the bottom. It's got a little plate and nut hold it together. Bag, and of course they have their own shock I don't know if you guys can see that because I can't. I'm just kind of wiggling the GoPro around down there. Hopefully you can. But there might be a better look there. Not really. And then for the front, I'll show you guys a picture. I'll put a picture up right here of how the front looks like and what I did. This is a very nice set. It does come with steel braided lines. You can see back there. Let me see if I can get the GoPro behind the tire. So there's the line, kind of goes up right there through the hole of where the brake line goes through is what I pushed it through. As you can see there, put a little screw there into the car frame, the body, drilled out a little hole right there in that spot, and then stuck the screw through it. Then the line goes up to the bag up here. It's hard to see. Maybe in a second I'll air up and then we can kind of go from there. But yeah, there is a lot to this. What I did to keep the mat still here is I actually had the mat and this part down here out of the car. I completely pulled it out. Then I lined them up together, put the tank in place, and then actually made holes through the mat here, the weather mat, and through the bottom piece, through this piece, right up down there. As you can see, let's see if you can see, but I can't see the hole from here. There it is. So basically I had to drill a hole into the tank arm on both sides, right in the center, because it comes with two holes but one on either end. So I drilled one through the center, so I can get, you know, held on through there and it'd be on a nice even surface. It's kind of on this angled part right here, so I had to make sure my water trap was still nice and straight, so I curved it a little bit, of course, you know, leveled it out. Let me see if I can pull this up here now. Can't pull up too much, but you can still get pretty good access. It's right here. Got the air management right there, compressor right there. This does touch the plastic piece, so it does give it a little bit of a bulge on the floor. You don't really notice that unless you're staring at it. But this is how I ran everything. Got my airlines there. Relay, I just screwed it right there into the floor, and then the airlines went back there through that OEM grommet that was already there. So I just made a hole in it and then stuck most of the airlines through there. At least the two for the back bags and the exhaust line are stuck down through there through that grommet. The two for the front bags actually ran through the car, which is these two that you see right here. They come up this way, and as you can see, let me put this down real quick. As you guys can see there, I kind of took that little channel there on the right side to push those two lines through. Kind of, there's enough space back here, which was nice, to where they are there and it's still nice and flat. So those fit right through there, and then there's a little channel back here that's just empty space, and they go straight up to the front. And then I did the same thing on this side for the wiring part. Stuck it right through here and then straight up through this little canal. There's a little canal back there that if you stick your hand into this, you'll feel it. It's just empty space, and I just ran it up that way. And the compressor is bolted down. I did some riv nuts to hold it in place, so I drilled some holes into the floor, put in some riv nuts, and then fit the hardware that it came with. The management is actually not bolted down, it's just standing there. I put some what do you call it, oh man, I forgot what it's called, but it's like a double-sided tape, but the sticky part's only on one side, so I stuck it to the bottom of the management, and then the other part is just foam, and it actually grips the floor pretty well there. Plus it's got this thing on top, so it's not gonna go nowhere. So that's how I did that. Quick, push that back down, and as you can see, it made a nice still OEM look back here. You can see I ran the line, this one back there. I'll move the seat in a second, and then this one on this side, which this is the compressor line. They got slack, it looks tight, but they got plenty of slack. That's the compressor line, and then this is the line that goes into the management. So basically the air goes from the compressor up this line to here to fill up the tank. That one stays plugged, fills up the tank, blah blah blah. Plug this side that I need it, comes out through here, hits the water trap, so it catches all the water that may build up in here in the tank with condensation and whatnot over time. Water gets trapped in there, and then the clean air goes and into the management system, and then the management system pushes it out to each individual bag, and that's basically how that works. This back here is a little air release valve, so if I ever want to empty the tank, I could just pull on that and it'll empty out. And then as far as running all the wiring, let me show you guys real quick. Well, it's not really that quick, but I ran it all through the back of the seat mostly, to be honest. Let me see if I can pull it forward a little bit. Can't see it too much because this is all in the way, but you can see some of the lines there. You're able, once you take this off here with the Phillips and take the whole floor off out of the way, you can lift this little rug out the way completely because it's plastic clipped right down here. But you can pull that off and have more space to see. But I can show you the under the seat here. And if you didn't know, to get under the seat, if you feel right in here, there's like a little plastic thing that you just grab onto and pull forward towards the front of the car, and then the seat can lift. So it's that little guy right there. All you do is you grab it, you squeeze it, and then you pull forward like that. So squeeze and pull forward, and you can lift the seat up. And then that gives you access to down here. You can run all your lines through under it. As you can see, some of the electrical there, and the two air lines for the front bags are right here. You can pop this guy off, which after the seat is up, that's when you can pop it off, because you can see it's got one clip. This goes directly under the seat. So you want to lift the seat up first and then just pull on it. You just pull on this. Very easy to do. Let me see, I'm actually gonna go ahead and pull it up for you. Here it is. So you can see you got 1, 2, 3, and 4 clips that hold it in, and then kind of this back part here too kind of clips in. But you just lift it straight up. They'll go into, right there, and the body of the car, so you don't have to worry about messing anything up. And I just ran this through under the rug, went through there, took this piece off as well, so I can get through the front. And this same way, you just pull on it and it comes off, so it's not a huge deal. You just grab a corner anywhere and you can start lifting it up. So you can pop off a little bit of this one, just push it out, then leave it there as it is. You gotta come to the front and you want to get this guy off, because this guy is on top of that. So this one you just lift up, comes right out, and then you have access to be able to lift this one up as well. When that's unclipped, you can just push it to the back and just basically let it fall, get it out the back. clip fell out. This back one only has this one clip at the bottom, then the rest of it is just kind of pushed into place with these like set clips already right here at the top. So it's just the one that you gotta worry about falling off. But once that's out the way, you see back here you have plenty of room. Keep running the lines through. I ran some of it through in here and then pushed it forward so it stays behind all the metal. And also the reason I did that, put it through the back behind this metal pieces. Sorry, my hand's in the way. Behind this metal piece and behind this one is so that the plastic piece can come back on here and then not be bulging, because I know 100% that the plastic piece does not go beyond that middle part. And this right here that I've got running this way is the controller line for the controller, the little USB line. Let me show you from the other side. So this is my USB line. I just ran it under the seat, nothing special. It's under the rug, and then kind of went around the center console to the back and then have it out right there. And right now at the moment it's just sitting there, so nothing special on that yet. I've still got to work out how I'm gonna put the controller, I'm not sure. But yeah, you just move the rug back, you can feed the lines through all this, you know, take this off of here, you just kind of lift on the rug, get it over this clip and go forward. And then you got one more plastic piece, which is this guy here. Same thing, no screws or nothing, you just pop it off, get it out the way. Be careful with your hood release there, get that out of the way. And then I ran the lines behind the rug. One goes up there to the fuse box, which I think is that red one right there. Yeah, that red wire goes up to the fuse box for the power, and then the rest of the wiring for the battery and the two air lines ran up behind the rug back here and then up. And I don't know if you can see, it looks kind of dark, but there's a big grommet there that leads to the engine bay, and I just kind of moved the grommet over to the side and then used some wire loom on the metal part so that the wires and the lines don't get scratched up over time, even though they probably don't move at all. But with vibrations and whatnot, you know, wanted to be safe to make sure that the lines aren't touching anything metal and abrasive, so they don't get cut over time. Let me see if I can turn on my flashlight and show you guys. So I ran the line there. That's that big old rubber grommet. Just kind of pushed it over. You can see my wire loom right there on the left side, and just push the lines through into the engine bay. Let me show you guys that. Now you will have to take the battery out to do this, because it comes up and out behind the battery back there, and obviously you got no room to work with, so you do got to unplug the battery. But the power line, as you can see, I have it ran up through here. Got the negative line, put it right there on the negative terminal on this side. That way I never loosen it. Every time I got to take the battery off, or for any reason, you know, to install something, or whenever it's time to replace the battery, I wanted this cable to be on this side so I never have to loosen it and touch it, because you cut off this bolt to take it off the battery. So this cable now is going to be like these two OEM cables that whenever under the negative terminal, they all just come up. Same with like I said, just like these two OEM cables. I wanted to keep it nice and simple. Then we got the red power one. I just have it coming through here, spliced into the little fuse right there. And then this guy right here, right into the power. Went ahead, clamped it to one of those little circle guys, just like this one. One of these. It's just a little bit of a smaller size, that's why it's blue. Curved a little bit, and then right there into the OEM terminal. As you can see, I did, as you can see, cut the red part of this plastic piece underneath, just so that the cable fits there nicely. And OEM, that's just how I like it. Nice, simple OEM. And then the airlines, it's gonna be hard to see, but it's gonna be impossible to see the one on this side. But basically it ran into the same hole that the brake line is at. I just kind of fed it through there. And then the other one is gonna be that line right there that has there's wire loom. I wire loomed the whole airline just to keep it extra protected. So it's this guy back here. Let me see. This guy here that I'm touching, and right underneath that, you can see it's like a black plastic. Kind of see it there, but that was a wire harness that's there in the car now that runs across. So let me see if I can get the GoPro in there. You guys see that back there behind this brake line? There's the black wire loom and then the gray wire loom right underneath it. The gray one is the OEM one, so I ran the airline with the black wire loom right above it, zip tied it to it along the way, and it comes this way, and then comes up right here and into the brake line hole, which I don't know if you guys can see from there or not. Maybe I got a better angle. It's hard to see with that AC line in the way, but right back there you go, you can kind of see it right into the hole where the AC line goes through. Now this I already checked. I gotta put some, I haven't done this yet. I want to put some more wire loom on the rest of this line, because this right here is the airline and it's kind of exposed at the moment, so I gotta run some wire loom around that one. Nothing's in the way there to hit it or anything, so it should be fine, but you know, that extra protection is always nice, of course. Alright, so I just went ahead real quick and I added some more wire loom to that airline there, which is this one, and I moved it a little bit more closer to the back, so now it's nice protected 100% all the way through to the end. So yeah, that's basically how I ran all my wiring and everything on this 2023 Civic Type R FL5 Ford's air suspension. And this right here, if you guys don't know, that's the Fly Air bags. Nice light blue color. Great quality stuff right there, guys. Really good stuff. I was very impressed with it. I know the guys that have, you know, owns the company. He's been running these bags for many years on many different cars. So if you guys need a good set of high quality bags, I would definitely suggest to check out Fly Air. Go ahead and look down in the description of this video and I'll link his Instagram, so you guys can check it out. Check out his page on his Instagram. There you can see his website and everything. I might link the website as well, just so that it's all there in case you don't have Instagram. I know some people don't. Kind of surprising to me. I don't know why people that some people don't have Instagram, but some people don't. So yeah, go ahead and link all that stuff down below so you guys can have it. And in case you guys are wondering, the ride quality is awesome on these bags. I can't complain about it at all, to be honest. It's like OEM feeling, you know, nice soft suspension, and when you have it in comfort, it feels like that, but with the lower height, of course, you know, the adjustability, you know, to be able to go up and down as you please. It's awesome. You know, it's very convenient. I'm glad I did it. It is expensive, as you guys probably know, but it was definitely worth it. I don't regret it at all. I can get up my driveway easier now without having to worry about breaking a lip like I did with my Airflow dynamic slips. I went through 3 of those. Don't have to worry about that happening anymore. So yeah, I get the good ride quality. It actually rides better than the Swift springs that I had. The Swift springs were a bit stiff, which makes sense because when you lower the car on springs, they got to be stiffer so they're not bottoming out the car. So yeah, those were a little bit stiff, so I didn't really I didn't mind it because I'm used to riding on coilovers on my previous car. But when I switched to the bags, it was a huge difference. And the stiffness definitely better. I could make these stiff because if you guys saw right there, this right here is like a coilover, so it's got adjustable dampening right there. You could just twist it to adjust it, and it's like that in the front and the back shock as well. The back shock is also an adjustable dampener in it, so you do have the adjustability of going stiffer or softer. So think about these bags like a coilover, but that you can adjust up and down with a button instead of with a wrench. Way easier, way faster. The handling is still great. I've been driving around this. I've actually had the car bagged now for like, I don't know, I want to say like a month. No, actually more, about 2 months now that I've had it bagged. Yeah, because I bagged it not too long after my last video, which, sorry about not posting in a while, guys, but I've been going through a lot of stuff here. Had a death in the family and a few other things go bad, so hasn't been easy this year yet. But hey, I'm hoping that's all over and we can get back to some awesome videos. I got one more I gotta do. I bought a new lip for the car, little hint, that's coming soon on the next video. Nice carbon fiber lip, now that I got the air suspension and I don't have to worry about it breaking. But yeah guys, just a quick little rundown of the air suspension and how I set it all up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, guys, please give it a big thumbs up. Until next time, guys, take care, have a great day.